Well, welcome to our hangout, to our webinar, our Tuesday Mod Party webinar. Exciting time in Secret Direct, exciting time what's going on. So the first thing I want to do is we have a ton of new people on this webinar. And I know we have teams of people that are logged in on this webinar. So we have actually groups of people in the rooms that are getting together in different parts of the country. We just launched this program. We just launched this business. So I welcome you guys on this webinars. The good part about this and the great part about this tool that we have, this platform that we have, is that even if you say you're starting a business somewhere in the state where there is no trainings, nothing going on. In fact, it's just you and maybe a couple other people that are doing this business. So the exciting part about this is that you can utilize this webinars, go on the live feed just like we do right now. And I'm just getting text messages from all over the place that people are on, and it's live and it's happening. So make sure to plug yourself in this. Make sure to listen to those webinars. They're live every week. You have a chance again to connect with the people in your area. Find your leader, and you're welcome to come on those webinars. You're welcome to send us your feedback and your questions as well. So first thing first, I want to make sure that you all know, to kind of give you a little bit housekeeping items, is have a piece of paper and a pen ready. You also, the first thing that I want you to write down in the big letters on the top of your list is Ignite Conference September. I believe it's September 13th. So this is one of the dates. Correct. It's actually 11th, 12th, and 13th. This is the date where you gotta be in Phoenix for that convention. It's going to be a historical event in our company. There's going to be something unveiled that you guys never heard before. Not only that, our keynote speaker at this convention is none other than John Maxwell. Now, those of you who know a little bit about the industry of personal development, to go to one of his seminars, his personal development seminars, he cost anywhere between $10,000 to $15,000. So obviously you don't have to pay that. In secret, you go, you pay your registration fee. I think it's about $113 or $115 right now. You register yourself for the convention and you come to Ignite Convention. It's going to be in Phoenix, Arizona. I promise you it's going to be sunny most of the time because that's how it is here. And we're going to be excited to not only see you in person. This way you can come and meet all the top moneyers in the company. You're going to meet the founders of the company. You're going to recognition is going to be off the hook of all the people that achieved the ranks. We have now new promotion through the Ignite convention of a double rank advancement bonuses. And obviously those people are going to be going across the stage collecting those bonuses. So make sure to make plans to be at that conference for sure. The next thing is I want to make sure that you know that we have our own website. It's called askthecalls.com. And any webinar that you're doing, we actually have not only replays, but in the back office or in the back support of that website, you guys are, pardon me, Sean Price is correcting me, 17th through 20th. You're absolutely right, Sean. 17th through 20th, so of September. So make sure on your back office you can register for that convention. You can find out what hotel you should be staying. You also, if you need any help or you have questions or you need questions about, you just don't understand the back office, obviously your first line sponsor, you want to get reach to them and see if they can help you out with the questions. If not, I'm going to give you my phone number so you guys can text me your questions. So connect with me. It is 253-606-0420. 253-606-0420. And I'm going to give you my husband's phone number as well in case I'm not available, or you just have maybe a prospect that's a man and needs to know about skincare and you want to connect him with another man, right? His phone number is 253-606-3928. Okay, we're going to move on because we have a lot of information today. So we're moving right into our Mod Party training. Now, I'm going to answer right away 3 questions that I always ask. Why mod parties? Where and when? First of all, why mod parties? Well, first of all, it's the funnest way to do it, the funnest way to expose people to this product, to this company. It's also the easiest way to do it, and it's most duplicatable and money efficient way to do it. So this is why. And I'm going to give you a couple of numbers about leverage of doing mud parties and how the numbers can build up. So this is why we do mud parties. It also creates kind of a social element to the party, because most of the people sit around the table. If they don't know each other and you put them their product on half of their face, they also have a chance to look at each other. And those people that don't know each other, they sit in front of each other and they look at each other's faces and they say, oh my gosh, look at your face. No, look at your face. And they're selling each other on the product. It's not the presenter, it's not you. They are selling each other on this product, and they're pointing out the differences between one side to another. So it's a great way, it's a fun way, it's a money efficient way, it's a time efficient way to run your business. Now, the next way, where? Ideally, you want to have parties at your home, and I prefer always kitchen table. Because at the kitchen where we usually have parties, right? If people come to your home, they usually congregate in the kitchen, right? Besides, the kitchen table is usually have the best light. So when people apply the product, you can see the results on your face a lot faster. And I know sometimes people, when they start in the business, they like to do joint mud parties. In other words, if I start in a business and I brought my mom and I brought my maybe sister and I brought my best friend, right? And we say, okay, we're going to have one party together. My recommendation, each one of you do a party. Why? Because you're in the business. Yes, you're in the business to have fun, number one, but you also are hopefully in the business to make money. So if you four of us get together and we do a party, I know my mom is going to invite a few people. I know my sister is going to invite a few people, and I know my best friend. So I'm not going to stretch myself, and I maybe invite a couple. But if I have my personal party going on, there is more likely that I'll invite a lot more people, and it will happen with your agents as well. Plus, you will grow outside your home, because hopefully you're planning to do your business not only within your state or your region, but hopefully you're planning to take your state nationwide and worldwide. And this is really the best way to do it. So have a party at your home, have a party on your own, and help your friends to have parties. So this is where. In terms of when, it depends on your schedule and your people's schedule, on when is the most time. Most of your friends, you know them a little better when they can come to your home. But when you schedule your parties, I always give an analogy where if you schedule a wedding, you're not going to call all the people that you're inviting and saying, hey, is this a good time to have a wedding for myself? No, of course not. You're going to schedule that wedding on a date that's important for you, that's convenient for you. Is that correct? So this business is important for you. And I know that person that brought you today to that webinar, or the person that's going to sit with you to do a blueprint training, they're going to ask you your reasons of why you decided to sign up with Secret and do this business. So it's an important piece where you are in charge. You are the CEO of your company. You are the CEO of your Secret business, and you're running it as the CEO of your company. And I'm going to give you a breakdown of what potential week would look like for you when you run your Secret business. So this is why, where and when. Now let me tell you about the leverage on the mud parties. It's an exciting thing when you have first couple parties booked, and then you book two or three parties from those two parties, and then you book 2 or 3 parties from those 4 parties, and then it kind of starts growing. So over the 4 years that we've been with the company, we actually did the little tracking. Little, it's a small word, but we did quite a bit of tracking in the first 6 months in the business. And we came up with numbers that will help you guys to see how fast your business can grow. And here's the numbers. The average, if we took all our parties starting from the first day we started in Secret to 6 months into it, and we combined all the people that attended our parties, we came up with the average of participation. There's anywhere between 4 to 6 people at the party. That's kind of, some parties are 1, some parties are more, some parties are 10, but it averages out to 4 to 6 people. Average amount of sales at the party, conservatively, I'm repeating myself, conservatively, is about 500 business volume per party. So you have 4 to 6 people, You have about 500 BV per party in sales, and some of them might not happen right there on the spot, but somebody gets involved in the business that attended that party and buys a package. So again, by averaging all our parties that we did in the first 6 months, we averaged about 500 BV per party. Now, if you have, and again, you can add zeros or reduce the zeros, but let's just say if you and maybe 25 or 20, let's just take it, let's just say you have 100 parties going in your team. I'm stressing out, in your team. That means you recruited people and they recruited people and they having parties and they having parties, and combined average of all those people, you have 100 parties going on in your team. And I'm going to give you a big number, but it's a very attractive number, I promise you. So if you have 100 parties going through your organization with a 500 BV per party, and you are at that point, a minimum, you're going to be a bronze agent. And if we take just one part of our compensation plan, which is team commission, if all those parties are happening in that pay leg, in the smaller leg that you have, in the shorter leg, 15% of 50,000. So again, you take 100 parties, multiply it by 500 BV per party, you come up with 50,000 BV. Now, if you take 15% of 50,000 BV, guess what it comes to? It comes to $7,500 per month. Do you know a six-figure income is 8,000, a little over 8,000? Obviously, you're not just going to get paid just on that part of the compensation plan. Isn't that exciting? And again, I'm not talking about parties with 10, 15 people. I'm talking about parties of 4 to 6. I'm talking about selling a 500 BV per party. I'm talking about 100 parties spread out amongst 25, 30 people. And I'll teach you how to get those 35 to 40 people. It doesn't have that. Some of them are not going to be even agents. Some of those parties are going to be whole to you by your VIP customers, or maybe your hosts that just want free product, right? So $7,500 per month. If you have the 100 parties going per week, obviously you can make a $7,500 check weekly. So the key is to create the flow of the parties where you're not only getting volume by signing up customers, but mostly importantly, right now we're in the time where we got to get agents. We got to go on massive recruiting spree, because Secret is sweeping the nation. We're the #1 fastest growing company in network marketing and direct selling industry. So if that is happening, whoever you have on your names list, if you haven't contacted them, somebody else in Secret will, because we are all running. I'm recruiting. Me and my husband last month recruited 8 people. So watch out wherever you are, right? So $7,500 per month, per week, bi-weekly, whatever, you choose it. So let's move back to the parties. So how do we do those parties, right? #1 is preparation is everything. And I'm going to hit you first thing on the preparation is you got to have the product. You got to have a package. You got to do everything you can to have a minimum of premium package. Why? Because it's the product that talks. I don't like selling people. I don't like convincing people. I just like to put mud on people's faces and watch what happens with the results. That's it. So your entire method of operation is to demonstrate, let the product do the work. In fact, if I switch at the parties, I'm Russian, right? I could speak Russian to them and put the product on their face. It's still gonna do the job, and I will sign customers and I will sign agents. So that's why you need the product. Now, I realize that we have some people on this webinar that maybe started with just a $49 auto ship, or maybe a basic pack. That's okay, I understand. Have some mud parties, have some exposures, sign up some customers. But even in this case, guess what you need? A product. Now, if you sign up with a professional special agent pack, I'm telling you, there is more money. First of all, there is more product in that you get for the money. It's like going to Costco. I never can get through 2 bottles of ketchup fast enough. But you know what? You guys know, when you go to Costco, same 2 bottles of ketchup that are $6 in Costco, you go to a grocery store, you get for $6, you get a small bottle. So I'd rather get 2 bottles than 1, but I get a lot more product. That was happening with secret products and packages. You, even if you get premium, the special agent and the professional pack have the entire line in them. The difference between the professional and bronze is the professional pack has all our new products that were unveiled in the last 6 months. So you obviously want to have those. So not only that, they code you as a bronze agent for the next 12 weeks, which means instead of 10% commission, you're making 15% commission on your team sales. Plus, if you started with a bronze or professional pack, I mean the special agent or professional package, and you sign me up, your check match on as soon as I start making money, the 20% check match on your people that purchase that special agent or higher package starts immediately. So you unlock the check match right away. There is so much more money in this. The last thing that I want to stop on is when you purchase a premium pack or higher, you put yourself in front with what we call a fast start bonuses, and those are sweet. Let me tell you something. If I started with a bronze package today, which at the time that's the only pack we had, so I started with that, and I brought a person on my one side with the same package and the person on my right with the same package. I get a $200 bonus, and plus I get $150 for this person and $150 for this person by marketing them those two packages. So I get 200 plus 300. I make $500 just in bonus money. Wouldn't that be nice to go to your friends and family and say, I just started in the business. I just had my first couple of parties. I already got $500 check plus, because you're going to sign up some customers along the way. Now, check this out. If you do exactly the same thing afterwards and you recruit 2 more people with the same packages, instead of $150 bonuses on those 2 packs, you actually get $300 and $300. So you make another $600. Now, your investment is almost back. So it's so important to have. And again, it's hard to do a party. If I took today a brochure, and came in the house and I rubbed it on your face and I say, hey, check out the results. How do you like it? Of course you're not going to. There's no results. It's boring, right? First of all. And it's so hard then you really have to sell people. So do yourself a favor and start with the product. You have to have the product in your hands. Ideally, like I said, premium or higher package. That's number 1 in the preparation. Number 2 is you got to have applications. I've been to some parties where we do all the work, we do all the demo, and then we sit down and the person says, I'm ready to get started. Where do I sign? I say, where's the applications? And they're like, oh, I forgot the applications. I don't have them. And then the panic starts, and then the computer doesn't work, or they don't have a laptop, or the internet is not there. And suddenly there is a panic, right? So make sure you always have applications on board. You want to have your secret agent application, and you want to have your VIP customer application at the party. And the last thing on the items that you need to have is a skincare analysis form. It's going to make your life so much easier at the parties. Why? Because once you've demonstrated all the body products and you move them to a demonstration table to do it on their face, when they fill out that demonstration form, that skincare analysis form, they're going to tell you, oh, I didn't know I have a combination skin. Oh, I didn't know I had a dry skin. They're going to tell you. So now when you move along through the flip chart, you don't have to guess what mask to give them. In fact, it's important to give the right mask for the right skin type. And if you're not a skincare professional like me, wouldn't that be nice to have actually somebody professional that did put that skincare analysis form together to give them that analysis form so that they can give you the answer, and you just move along the skincare analysis form on the backside. It has the full regimen that you're going to be applying on them. So have those skincare analysis form for your mud parties as well. Now, I'm not going to go in detail on each step of what page we turn and where we put the products and how we do the cards to book more parties, how we pass around the host cards. What you're going to do is, again, you're going to go on the askthecoles.com, and where it says webinars replay, there is a detailed mud party training, which is about 45 minutes, which how long the party usually goes. So from the minute they stepped in the house and then they're done with the demonstration, just watch that video at home, and then we'll give you a good idea of what goes what. And it's pretty simple. It's really going through the flip chart and kind of gives you detailed way of how to demonstrate the product. Now, The host program, let's talk about our host program a little bit. It's incredible, you guys. We have one of the best host programs, not one of the best host program. You know why? How I know that? Because when the host program was created, all the perks, the VIP customer program that's attached to it, we went through every perk that every Sephora, Macy's, Neiman Marcus, MAC, whoever I'm forgetting, that all Lactane, all the Clinique, all they have. And we came up with this best VIP program. So our customers, we love our customers. In fact, the way we sign them up, we make 4 ways we make money on our VIP customers. And in my next webinar, I'll tell you what are those 4 ways that we make money on the custom VIP customers. But your leverage, your passive residual income is coming from recruiting. So don't get me wrong. We want customers, but we want the recruiting. We want some new agents as well. So let me explain to you how the host program works. So first of all, the host, if I attended somebody's party today and you guys are talking about, let's say at the party, I like to show the host program. Of course, I have my mask on. Anytime somebody decides to host a party at their house, they don't have to be a VIP customer and they don't have to be a secret agent. They just decide to host a program, to host a party. So if I invite a bunch of folks over and you, my secret agent, my party planners, my mudslingers, you come to my house and you do the whole demonstration. Why would I do something like this? Because anytime one of my friends sign up as a customer, I get $10 product credit. So if I have 10 friends that attended my party, 10 times 10, it's what? $100. Not too bad, right? Now, those friends, most likely, if they become VIP customers, they're purchasing something. Now, if I have $250 in sales at my party, the company provides me with a $15 product credit in addition to those $10, right? So $15. If I have $500 in product sales, the company gives me $30 product credit. Now, if I have $750 in sales, which by the way is not a nuisance, I told you our very conservative average is $500. Well, if I have $750, it bumps it up to $70. Now, here is the sweet part. Now, if I am just a host and I'm not a customer, if at the time when I attended the party, I did decide to become a customer and then I'm hosting a party, that product credit doubles. Do you realize what that means? That we have customers that all they do is they host parties because they like free product and they like free product and they like to have fun and show their friends and family how cool Secret is. So don't get me wrong, book parties from parties. If you want to know how to do it really easy way, watch that webinar that I did. And there is easy way you can pass around host cards. People will write down their favorite products, so you can call them, follow up with them, give them a little gift as a thank you gift, and I give you a number of gifts that are available. So watch that webinar so you guys can get an idea. And again, it's very detailed. Today, we still have a lot of things to cover, and I want to stay on time. So make sure at the end of the party, do a close. Now, I don't like the word close, all right? So I think we just help them to make a decision and move them from not having secret to have secret product, all right? So how do we do it? If you're in my party, I'm gonna say, hey, Sean, are you interested more in saving money and getting some free product? Or are you interested in saving money, getting some free product, and also making money? Of course, Sean is gonna say, and I know she's smiling because I know she's online, of course, Sean's going to say, well, it would be kind of dumb if you get all of that, plus you're making money. Guess what? I say, Sean, not only that, do you know how you have bills coming every day? We in Secret believe that we should be paid daily. It kind of makes sense, right? So we do have something called daily pay, which means if I do a party today and I'm a secret agent and it's Tuesday, I had a party, I signed up few people as customers, first-time customers. Well, 30% of that total order, I can, you just go back online, get a secret card. That 30% of that dollar value will be deposited in my card within 24 hours. So I can pay a bill on Friday. How cool is that? That exactly. I know some of you are saying, wait a minute, so I can do parties Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday pay all my bills? The answer is yes. And that's why it's such a great idea, such a fun way to grow your business. This is a great recruiting. Mod Parties is a great recruiting tool. That's why I always say the more mod parties you have, the more recruits you're gonna have. So don't be scared when people just signing up as customers. Recruit parties, schedule parties with them, because it's gonna bring them in the business. Now, moving on, how do we create a flow of mod parties? How do we manage this flow of parties? We have something called Secret for Success, S4S system. This is another thing you want to write in your piece of paper. In your journal, it's S4S. Now, S4S is really simple. There is four elements to S4S. Number one, equip yourself with a package. Equip yourself with a product. Number two, schedule minimum of 2 parties per week. Minimum 2 parties. And guess what? You don't have to do them on 2 days. I like them to do it. I like to pick one on the weeknight and one on the weekend, because then people who cannot make it on the weekend can make it on the weeknight. Some people, if they have only one day, they can work this business. They schedule one, say, on Saturday. They do one at 3, one at 6, and then they still have the morning on Saturday and the evening on Saturday to spend with the family or friends. Okay? So 2 parties per week. The third element is have minimum of 3 people per each party. And number 4, commit to doing it for 4 weeks in a row. That last one actually should be the first one. Commit to doing it for 4 weeks in a row. So let me describe something to you, because I've been doing a lot of phone calls lately where people understand the S4S, but they don't always understand how to create that flow. What is my daily method of operation? What do I need to do to create that flow, parties after parties after parties, and how do I track those parties, even my own ones? So I'm gonna give you, I got this little calendar. By the way, I highly, highly recommend to get a day planner, because it creates an illusion of competence, okay? It makes people show that you are serious about your business. So let's imagine this is my week, okay? And I decided that I wanna have a party on Thursday. Let's say I wanna have a party on Thursday at 7 p.m. I schedule my party here, right? And then I schedule a mod party on Saturday at, let's say, at 3 p.m. So now I'm started my S4S system. Now, my advice to you, don't just stop on this week. Go to the next week, pardon me. Go to the week after and schedule all of your 8 mod parties. So schedule. Sometimes you can pick the same dates. You don't have to move them around. You can do Thursday and Saturday, Thursday and Saturday, Thursday and Saturday. So now your parties are scheduled, right? Now the next part, let's say you have the package. You scheduled your 2 parties per week. Now we gotta make sure we have 3 people at each party. Now, 3, I know a lot of times people make a mistake where they start calling, they're like, oh, 3 people at the party. Well, I'm gonna call my 6 best friends, they're gonna come. And it could be, sometimes it happens. But guess what? Right now is summer. People go to school, kids go to school, soccer, birthdays, baby showers, you name it. Life happens, right? So we need to invite and get a confirmation, or make sure that there is twice as many people are gonna say, yes, I'm gonna come. So we wanna make sure that we have a confirmation from 6 people that they actually gonna come to your party, right? Now, when you call people, let me ask you a question. Do you always get their live on the phone? No, sometimes they're busy, it goes in the voicemail, right? Do you call people and they say, sure, I have my whole week open, I'll come to both of your parties? No, they have live happens, right? So what does that mean? To have 6 people to say yes, we gotta call twice as many people, right, to invite. So we gotta call 12 for each party to make sure that 6 say they're gonna come, and make sure that out of those 6, 3 shows up. That's how we ensure that for sure, we're gonna have 3 people at those parties. Isn't that right? So here's what happens. So we have magical number 12 and magical number 12. Now 12 plus 12 is what? 24 people. 24 people. Now, if our party is scheduled on on Thursday and one on Saturday, and I like to do my planning on Sundays to make sure that my week is all laid out. So Sunday night is a great time to call people. So you can start on Sunday. Now you take 24, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 days before your Thursday party if you start calling on Sunday, right? So 4 days, if we take 4 and divide it by 24, you guys do the math, it's 6 people. So every day up until the party, I put down 6 people here, 6 people, 6 people, 6 people, right? So that's how many people I want to call every day. Now, am I stressed out how I'm going to get those 3? No, because I already calculated my averages will help me, but I need to make those 6 phone calls to get hold of those people to invite them to the party. That's really it. This is your daily method. Now, a lot of you are doing this business part-time. So you commute to work and back from work is usually a couple of hours, right? Do you think it's possible that you can make 6 phone calls in the span of 2 hours? You have nothing to do. You're going to have your little headphone, right? You can open your day planner. That's why I like the actual day planners. This is my own one. You guys can see. This is my own day planner. So I like it because I can put it in the car, on the seat in the car, and I can see, okay, Sean, I want to invite you, and I'm going to play a little scenario. Let's just say Sean and me are good friends, right? And I'm calling her. I want to invite her to a party. And I say, hey, Sean, what are you doing Thursday? And she says, man, Thursday I'm busy. I said, okay, whatever you're doing Saturday, you got to cancel it. You got to come to my house. And she's like, oh, gosh, what's happening on Saturday? I said, man, you got to come to my mud party. Oh, my gosh, you got to see this product. They wipe out wrinkles in 15 minutes. You're not going to believe it. They have this mud mask that you take off with a magnet. No, and Sean is going to say, no way. Are you kidding me? And I said, totally. Now, understand, this is a free demo. I love it. You don't have to join or buy, just come and experience. If you want to bring a friend or 2, just keep it maybe under 2 because I don't want it to get too rowdy, but you've got to see this thing. Now, can you make it? And like I said, if you can, which day works best for you, Thursday or Saturday? Now, Sean says, well, I already told you Thursday is out of question. Saturday, yeah, I think I can do it Saturday. Sounds like fun. I said, perfect. I'll send you all the details. You've got to be there. I can't wait. And I can't wait to catch up with you too when I see you Saturday. All right, Sean, thank you. See you later. That's the entirety of the phone call, right? Now imagine, let's say you have somebody who let's say I have my friend Patricia. And Patricia, I call her, and Patricia says, man, it sounds so good, but I can't make it Thursday, and my kids have soccer game the whole day Saturday. I say, no worries, Patricia. I'll come to you because you got to see this thing. It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. They call them mud parties. This is my way out. I'm gonna do it part-time and hopefully full-time because I'm sick and tired of being at my job, and with the kids, man, I gotta have some life. So I decided to do this. But you don't have to join or buy. In fact, it's probably not even for you. I want to come to you and do just a demo for you. Now, Patricia is gonna say, really, you're gonna come to my house? Yeah, of course, why not? She's like, well, if you come into my house, maybe I'll invite my sister or my neighbor. Say, perfect. Invite people, they will have fun. Like I said, it's just a free demo. In fact, I'm on my personal goal to do the demonstration on 30 faces in 30 days. So you can be my model. Do you see what I mean? Just be light about it. And then Patricia, you book it. And let's say Patricia could make it on those 2 days. So you would go to next week and book a party for her maybe sometime on the next week. So maybe Patricia's party would be on Tuesday at 7 p.m. Now suddenly you have another party going, right? Now what will happen if you have professionals like your chiropractor, for example, or your dentist, or your insurance person or your realtor? It would be odd to invite them to your home. So if you, let's say I'm you're calling me, well, I'm calling you, and you're my chiropractor, you're my dentist. Well, I just say realtor. I just sold you a house, right? So you're calling me, and you say, I'm lost my train of thought. So you calling me, and you saying, hey, Elena, how's it going? Thank you again. It was such a pleasure to work with you. hey, I wanted to set up a coffee appointment with you. I actually just launched a business. It's a brand new company that's just started in this marketplace. And I know you probably are not interested. That's okay. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm just doing demonstrations and learning a little bit how to present this product. Would you be open for a 15-minute coffee appointment with me? I just want to show you a couple of things. You don't have to join or buy. Like I said, I'm just working on my presentations. Which day works best for you? For me, I have a Tuesday open and a Friday open. Now, you guys, again, you want to give her your time, because if you open up the whole week, that tells them that you're not even busy. You're kind of lackadaisic about it. But they got to see that you're serious about it, right? So you book an appointment, and maybe it's your lunchtime. And by the way, if you're a secret agent, I highly recommend to never have lunch alone. Use your time. Leverage your time. You have lunch break at your work, so have lunch with everybody sometime, every time, and put product on them while you're having lunch. So book an appointment. So suddenly you have an appointment maybe on Tuesday with your real estate agent, right? So I'll put appointment, coffee appointment. Now you can do an appointment on your back home from work, and that appointment should not go more than 15, 20 minutes. So I have my appointment. Now, after I meet with this realtor, I'm going to show her a couple of products, really simple. When she walks in the Starbucks, I'm going to say, hey, let's say, I don't know, Susie, give me your hand. And usually when they walk in the Starbucks, you say, give me a hand. And they give the hand. You give them a little bit of salt nose scrub. They go in the bathroom. They try the salt nose scrub. You can buff their nail. You can give them a little bit of a hand cream. And then you tell them the story on the 5 hours and 5 minutes story of the company. And then you book a party. You invite them to one of the parties that you already have booked for yourself. Remember, we have that little party deal where they can come on Thursday, or they can come on Saturday, or you book a party at their home, or maybe at their office. Sometimes they let you come in their office. So this is your daily method of operation of constantly calling your personal people, 6 people. And as a flow out of it, some of them will book appointments. Some of them will come to your parties. Some of them, you will book parties at their home because they cannot make it to yours for the next week. And the only other thing the part of your daily method of operation that's mine as well, aside from my personal phone calls and follow-ups with people that I left a voicemail the day before, is doing my skincare, my own skincare. You guys all got my email. Of course, I do Recover Mask, and I use all the age-defy products. And I read 15 minutes of a good book or a video on the YouTube. I know, again, if you guys are traveling in the car, if you're driving, turn your car in the Personal Development University. Don't sit there and listen to the crap on the radio. We call it, I tell my kids, it's garbage in, garbage out. All the songs, some of them have a bad content. You have no business to listen to that and feel depressed. Listen to the good stuff. Listen to some Jim Rohn, the Tony Robbins, you name it. So this is an example of the week. So to wrap it up, I know I want to give our leaders a little bit of time left. In the wrap up of our webinar, what I'd like to do, if you're by yourself, you can do it on your own. If you are together, get together with the leader. Right now, they're going to ask you to open your notebooks, your calendars, and you're going to book first 2 or multiple as part of your S4S system. You're going to book your parties. So your leader is going to ask you to book your 2 parties. If your leader is not there, if you're just the only one, make sure to book, if not the first 2, book all those 8 parties, 2 parties per week for the next 4 weeks. And we still have a little bit of time. For those of you that are on the East Coast, we have about 20 minutes left. I recommend to make some live phone calls right now and invite some people to those parties. So I'm excited, you guys. Again, if you have any trouble whatsoever, you need questions, just don't be afraid to text me, to text my husband, call me. Let's move forward. Let's cover the world in mud, and let's have a flood of mud parties. Next week, we're going to do exactly the same thing. On Tuesday at 7 p.m., we have a recruiting webinar, and at 8 p.m., we have a mud party training webinar with the daily method of operation and the S4S system. I love you guys. See you next week. Book your parties.